Hello and welcome back to the Beautiful Things channel. Today you find me in a very gloomy, rainy Essex here in the UK. It is not only a grotty day, but I am feeling grotty. I have an absolutely stinking cold, hence I have no makeup on my face and you have me just as I am today. Yesterday I went fabric shopping with the lovely Elspeth. If you've watched my BTHQ banter video, you will have seen that I was on my way. I was planning on vlogging my trip and showing you where the different shops are in Walthamstow, but to be honest, I was feeling so lousy and I was on a real mission to find what I wanted. And I didn't pick up the camera, but I thought I would at least share with you what I purchased when I was there. Now, my main mission was to find some fabric so that I could do a wearable toile of the Sew Over It Eve dress. I have had indifferent attempts at making Sew Over It patterns in the past. Some have worked, some haven't, different reasons. But I had no intention of making the Eve dress. It wasn't a dress that floated my boat. However, we had the lovely Sian from Kittenish Behaviour in the studio to teach last weekend, and she wore Eve dresses on both days. One of them I was particularly fond of, and I asked her if she'd mind if I tried it on. There's nothing nicer than being able to actually try a garment to see if A, it suits you, and B, if the tweaks and changes that that person has made will work for you too. I tried on her dress, I absolutely loved it. The bodice fitted me perfectly. The waist didn't, I knew it wouldn't. Sian is tiny, but it was the bust area that I was most interested in. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't too gapey, that it hugged my bosoms nicely, and it wrapped in and made me feel nice and secure, and it did. And the sleeves were lovely and fluttery, the skirt was beautiful and elegant, and I picked Sian's brains and basically pulled apart her instructions as to how she sews the pattern, and decided that I was definitely going to make it. Elspeth did exactly the same thing. She tried it on as well. It looked great on her. And so we were on missions to find the perfect rayon or viscose for a Sew Over It Eve dress. That was the main purpose of our visit. However, having made the Annette commuter tote with Sian, we were also on the lookout for any kind of cheap alternatives to the foam or interfacing and all of the hardware that you use for the commuter tote. It does make the project incredibly expensive if you go with the Emmeline bags hardware that she recommends and all of the different interfacings and things. So we thought we'd keep an eye out for what we might find in Walthamstow. And I also wanted to just pick up a few extra zips and threads and various other bits for the studio because it's a really cheap place to buy them. So Elspeth got some really lovely bits. I actually only bought fabric in one shop. The name of the shop escapes me, but if you come out of Sainsbury's or out of the mall, depending where you park, and you turn left and you go right to the almost bottom of the high street, there is a Wilko's, and you go a little bit past Wilko's and there is a shop called Zips and Things on the right hand side, and opposite on the left hand side is a shop that is run by a lovely, lovely lady. She's a blonde lady. I believe she's Eastern European, but she speaks so many languages. It's amazing. Her shop is always absolutely heaving and all the fabric is just lined up along the walls down both sides. It looks a bit of a mess, but there is always so many people in that shop because they know that they're going to get an absolute bargain. There's money changing hands, there's fabric coming off rolls, it's crazy, it's a buzz of all different languages, all different cultures, and it's a really fun place to shop. But you can always get a bargain in there. And I got 3 things in there for the grand total of £16. So let me show you. So, oh my gosh, I'm buried. The first was this beautiful fabric. I have no idea actually what it is. It feels like a mixture between a chiffon and a crepe. It's like a thick, heavyweight chiffon. If I hold it up, I can just about see through it, but I think for something really drapey, it won't necessarily need a slip under it. I've got 4 meters of this. This was just a big rem end of roll. As you can see, it's this gorgeous animal print. And I can see this as one of those really long floaty maxi dresses, the kind that comes down quite low with a low scoop but kind of sucks you up underneath with like a solid waistband here, so it's nice and high-waisted and then billowy, and then the sleeves, those kind of what are they called, the billowy sleeves, bell sleeves, no, not bell sleeves, I can't think what they're called, the big puffy ones with the cuffs. I just kind of can imagine myself walking down the south of France or Cannes or somewhere with a big pair of sunglasses and a floppy hat. Now I know the Stitch Sisters have recently made a Vogue dress, which was a similar kind of style, so I'm going to go and look that up. But if anyone's got any recommendations for what I could make with this, it's just beautiful. It hangs beautifully and it's just destined to be a maxi dress. And if I've got anything left over, then I will also make probably like an Ogden cami or something out of it, or even like a nice cowl neck cami, because you can see it hangs and drapes really beautifully. And it has actually got, oh, it is a crepe. I was right, it's just a thin crepe. And I think actually, because it's got all this pinned onto it, I picked it up off the floor actually. Got all this information pinned onto it. It was possibly sent through as a sample from a company. Whether they actually went ahead and bought it or whether it was an order for a product being made, I don't know. Fascinating. This next one was just £2 a metre, and I got 2 meters of it. It's a jersey. It's a nice weight. You can see it's fairly thin. It's more of a t-shirt weight jersey, and it's black with these little grey rubbery dots on it. It's really, really nice, very bouncy, very drapey. Again, 2 meters of this. It's, you know, probably going to end up being a t-shirt, or it might possibly become another pair of my wide leg trousers with the elasticated waistband. I'm not sure at the moment, but I got 2 meters because when it's only £2 a metre, you might as well do. There might actually, because it's quite wide, be enough to do a wearable toile of the Ellie and Mac jumpsuit that I've been wanting to make for a while. That does call for 3 to 4 meters of fabric, but that's if you're doing the long sleeves and the long trousers. I can't remember what it's called. Hang on a minute, I'll find out. It's called the South Shore Romper. I'll put a picture of it up here in the shorts version. So there's a sleeveless version with shorts or trousers. There is a short sleeve version with shorts and trousers, and there's also a really lovely long bell sleeved version with shorts or trousers. I fancy making the long bell sleeved version with shorts, but I want to do it in a viscose jersey, so it's got that really lovely heavy drape to it. But I haven't found the perfect fabric for it yet, and it's something that I would like to toile up, so I might see if I can squeeze it into that fabric, but just maybe do the sleeveless version just so that I can get the fit round the bust and the waist and the hips right, because that's the bit that matters. The sleeves I can finagle later. So then the last fabric that I bought, again, was £2 a metre, and I bought 3 meters, so I've got enough to make the Eve dress with it. It's yet more animal print, but I do love my animal prints, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's this lovely grey, black and red, and I think, bearing in mind it will go like this across my body, it looks really nice. It's beautifully drapey, it's lovely and soft, and I'm really looking forward to wearing this. I think it will be a really nice day dress, but with my new Louis Vuitton shoes in black and red, it will look really super glam for the evening too. So it will take me from day to night, and it's perfect for a day on holiday or a day travelling. I cannot wait to get this cut out. So I have ordered and downloaded the Sew Over It Eve pattern, and I've sent it off to NetPrinter to get the A0 copy printed out for me so that I can just cut it straight from the paper. I don't like paper tissue patterns, and I can't be bothered to trace it off. So for me, it was the best way to do it, and I'm going to make the various changes to it as per Sian's recommendations. So watch this space for a what I've been sewing video, and hopefully it should be done fairly quickly because it is right at the top of my list. So while I was in Walthamstow, I went to the lovely Zip shop, which is always lovely to go to, and I bought another handbag zipper because I want to make another Annette commuter tote. As it happens, I bought a black one, but the fabric that I have got, which I'll show you in a minute, actually calls for a blue one, but I didn't get the fabric till after I've been to Walthamstow. These were £1.20. I didn't want to walk by, so it will just go in the cupboard and it can be used on another bag for another day. I bought a selection. Oh, it's all tangled. Ah, hang on. Don't want that. I bought a selection of regular zips in nice bright colours. These can go inside necessary clutch wallets, which I'm planning on making more of, and also inside lots of other little projects that I have in mind. I love all the bright colours that you can get on Walthamstow Market, and it's really nice. These are, I think they're about 40p, or 3 for £1 or 3 for £1.50. They're really nice and cheap, so I always stock up on those. I do normally stock up on invisible zips as well when I'm there, but I haven't actually made any woven garments for so long, and I haven't got any that require zips on my to-do list, so I decided not to bother this time. I've got a few in the stash, just boring black and white ones, and if I do need them, then I can reach for them. I can always go to Walthamstow another day. I then bought 5 metres of the silky bias binding that Sian recommends that I can use on the inside edge of my Eve dress. And I stocked up on moon thread. Stocked up on threads. I love the moon thread. I've always been a fan of it. It's nice and cheap. In Walthamstow Market it's 50p a reel, and they actually sometimes do like 3 for £1 on certain stalls. I like to buy it from there. It's £1.50 a reel in my own personal sewing shop, and I'll always go there and buy it if I need it. But again, I like to stock up on some of the nice bright colours so that I can just have them in my stash, so that when my pupils come, there's always a nice choice for them to choose from. So that was all I bought at Walthamstow. I didn't go absolutely crazy. As I say, I really wasn't feeling very well, and it was very, very hot, very muggy. And by the time I managed to fight my way through the shop and pick up the fabrics I wanted, I just wasn't feeling it. So we drove home. I dropped Elspeth back and decided to head home myself. So it was Wednesday, it was 3:30, and I don't normally finish work till 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. So I drove home, and every day on my way home from work, I pass a shop that's local to me called the Log Cabin. I never get to go in there because I'm always passing either when it's closed or whether I'm in a hurry and I'm on my way to work, and I very, very rarely get to visit. However, I had time, and as I was driving up towards it, I thought, ooh, I could pop into the Log Cabin. Now, the Log Cabin is a lovely, lovely shop. It sells quilting cottons on one side, and then they've got another big cabin where they sell all different knitting yarns and crochet stuff. They do classes as well. They're more specialised in like specific types of patchwork and quilting. So absolutely no real competition to me. And it's a really, really lovely shop. Sam, who runs it, is really helpful as well, and she will always welcome you with open arms and help you find what you're looking for. I will say though, because it is a private independent shop and it tends to stock designer quilting cottons, like your Riley Blake and your Tula Pink and all of those, it is a little on the pricey side. Now, it's not overly priced, it's not overly expensive for what you're buying, but it needs to be a very special project for you to treat yourself to fabric from there. So another reason why I don't go very often. However, I wanted to make another Annette commuter tote. I wanted it to be special. I wanted the fabric to be beautiful, and so it was the perfect place to go. And I was actually really chuffed that I was in a position to be able to visit there when I was kind of on a high from my Annette bag and ready to purchase, cut out and make again. Let me show you what I bought. So this is gorgeous. I'm going to have to look at the selvage edge to actually tell you the make. It is a Free Spirit fabric, and it's called Spring Fever by Jane Sassaman, and it's called Mini Tulips. Now, I don't normally go for blues. It's not normally my thing, but I thought this was so pretty. Lovely blue and pink tulips with green leaves. So that's going to be the main fabric for my Annette bag. Its contrast fabric is just going to be this lovely plain royal blue, and then the lining and what you'll see as a sneaky peek of the pockets is this gorgeous stripy fabric to match. Let's get all 3 of them up so you can see them. Absolutely gorgeous. So this whole bundle of 3 meters came to £32, which is, you know, It's a lot, but the Annette bag is beautiful. It is really lovely. I love mine. I've been using it every single day since I made it, and I really want another one. What is even better is that I'm heading back to the Netherlands in September to visit the Utrecht Fabric Market, and we're also going to go to the Amsterdam Fabric Market while we're there. So what better a bag to have than an Annette commuter tote made out of tulip fabric? I have got a little bit extra of this fabric, so that I'm actually going to make myself a matching necessary clutch wallet so that I can have a complete set, which will be really lovely. If you haven't made a necessary clutch wallet yet, then I am currently hosting a sew along. We're using the fantastic tutorial by Sian. Why would we do our own? Hers is brilliant. Go see it, go look. I'll link it down in the description down below. But in my free Facebook group, there's a whole load of us who are going to be making a necessary clutch wallet between now and the end of September. Sometimes, even if you've got something on your list and you know you want to make it and you know you want to do it, you just need that extra little push to actually get you there and get you to do it. So when you sign up to a sew along and you know that you're going to be working as part of a group, it actually motivates you to get cut out and get sewing. And I have my fabric, I have no excuse. I'm going to go to the studio, I'm going to cut out, and I'm going to get sewing. And I would love you to join me too. If a necessary clutch wallet is not your thing and you want to make a garment, then we're also doing a sew along for the Ogden cami, which is another thing that has been on my list for a very long time. The pattern is printed out, it's on the table at my studio, and tomorrow I will be sticking it together, and I'm going to make a wearable toile out of some fabric I have in my stash. And like I say, if I have any left over, then that gorgeous leopard print fabric is destined to be one too. So I'd love for you to join us on either of the sew alongs. The link to my free Facebook group is down below. If you're not in there already, do join. It's a really fun place to be and hang out. There's lots of crafty chat about sewing, crochet, knitting, all sorts of different crafts, and we have a lot of fun. All I do ask is that please do answer the joining questions. The reason they are there is so that I can find out why you want to be there, and I can make sure that your experience in the group is just as you'd like it to be. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to sharing my makes with you in future videos over the next couple of weeks, and I will see you again soon. Bye!